How did that nigga go up and down and kill me like that at the same time? What? I told you that. Didn't I tell you that? But I told you that. You didn't hear me. I said, baby, you know this is recording time, right? He was like, no, it's not. It says resume. Yeah, okay. Welcome to America.
So fucking we were hanging out on the bus before. I stopped during sound check. He's like asking questions about PowerPoint. He's like, there's a projector going up there. He's like playing game morning screen.
Just want to show me.
I love that. Go see Connor O'Malley. He's coming to a city
No.
near you.
Okay, baby, please take that shirt off. Go put on a shirt, clothes of your own. You're going to be recorded and locked into data. Meaning they're going to show people these interviews. If they want to show somebody the interview, they're going to show somebody it. Okay?
I've kind of just like written him off as just like a moron. He's like really like manosphere. If he wasn't like charismatic, he'd be in there. So that's shit. And I've never really given it much thought, except you just got included.
You're tripping. You have to present yourself.
Rubbing me the wrong way in the sense that this kid, like, God forbid anything happens to him and his fiance, like, my responsibility.
I got a lawyer.
Even outside of it, I don't want them to be, like, indoctrinated.
Can you please want a room?
So.
You're doing
it's
it
like a very, like,
I gotta supply everything.
Like, it kind of feels like
Like,
stop him from being such like an asshole and misogynist.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, unfortunately, that just is what happens. Like, that's his kid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you'll obviously be. It's funny, you know. Life is just a lot of. It's crazy how much in context and age you just see everyone else looking back, like. With new eyes and new context, like you're about to be the like liberal uncle, you know what I mean? Like you're about to be the guy at Thanksgiving that's arguing with his brother about his support of the neo-fascists. And you know what? Like that might. And here's the thing, you know, a lot of people who didn't really like their dad and like sided with their fucking uncle, like that happens a lot. And you know people who are close to their uncles who... And then there's people who just tell their uncle to fuck off. He might just have a little piece of shit, a MAGA clone fucking kid. You never know, right? And that is difficult. Don't get me wrong. That's really hard. And it's really just up to you. I think if anything, the kid sort of gives you a renewed purpose to find a way to be in your brother's life. You know what I mean? Like... Just because you could offer another way, and you think don't be pushy. Ultimately, this is this guy's kid. You just want to establish the kind of guy you are, right? And provide and just be there for him as an uncle, as you know, as a member of his family. And this kid might take a shine to you, he might not, but you just need to kind of be there as a resource, as someone to support, you know, as a secondary form of support, you're never gonna, you know, sometimes, you know, hopefully you're the one, if your brother really takes out this fucking traditional shit, the one thing those guys theoretically should do is really be in their children's lives. You know what I mean? Like, so that, you know.
Well, he'll be in his life too much.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the problem. Basically, what's funny is you're like, what you really want to do is sterilize your brother. And unfortunately, it's unethical to just have, you're kind of trying, you've kind of backwards come to eugenics from a liberal point of view. Where you're like, can we just
How did he turn around in the air?
Manosphere guys
They didn't even want to show me that. He was in the air. He jumped down and he turned around.
Because if it was up to them, they would do that. You know, they would be fucking. They would be doing eugenics for everyone except their perfect, you know, perfect person. So you're also getting a little ahead of yourself, right? Because even the like, what happens to them? This kid's my responsibility. That's insane to be thinking that. Yeah, like
I realized that as I was like realizing it, that it's state, but it's also just. Like it's like there's a non-zero chance of that happening.
Well, no, dude. What's going on here is you're just a really anxious guy, clearly, and like you're just thinking of a doomsday scenario.
Dude, waited for me, man.
This might happen. Don't even think about that. That's like it's a non-zero chance, but it's close to zero, pal.
No, I guess I was trying to hammer them. I realized they kind of came off.
And I can't drop down right in front of his face.
I mean, it's all right. The greater point, though, is just like
that ass in front of him.
Who is brother? This is the point. Like, it's all fun and game. Like, look, when you're 20 and your brother has, you don't agree with, you think it's fun. If you're gonna get high, you're gonna fucking play Call of Duty. You're gonna eat dominoes, right? You're just getting into the phase of life where it's like, oh, these things have consequences. And nothing's really changed. You still just have to be his brother. And if anything, now you're at a point where maybe you would have grown apart. But I think ultimately family is really important. And, you know, you being there for his kids is important. Being, supporting your brother and his wife, but also supporting these kids. Like, this is just an obstacle that comes with family. And family, as important as it is, it's also a fucking burden, and you can't do anything about it. You got to do some annoying bullshit from time to time. So all you can really do is be yourself, have a working relationship with your brother, and realize...
Well, that's the thing. We don't have a relationship, at all. And I, initially was pretty, my ex-girlfriend and I were just, and my therapist, we, talked about how, I was, I just didn't love, he's a raging misogynist, but it's also just, his, fiance. I'd never met her before, and I was just, concerned for her, but then also, she's a consenting adult. She's the one who knows him, probably better than I do in his current state. So that was, my initial qualms with everything, and then now it's okay, she seems cool. I met her at the engagement and all of that stuff.
You met her at the fucking engagement? That's crazy, dude.
Well, we're Middle Eastern. So,
I
guess so I had to, so our backstory, our dad is dead, and he was in a Eastern position, I had to go
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, look, that's still kind of crazy. It's not even to me, even though it's just traditional. That is kind of crazy to just not even know her until the engagement. But look, whatever. That's how it is. And yeah, dude. I mean, the fact that you didn't. And you guys just kind of fell off. I'm guessing he was just kind of a dickhead and a bully to you. Are those the dynamics?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. And then I'm 6 inches taller than him, so
that's fun.
Yeah, so I just after he couldn't after I became physically bigger than him, he kind of just fucked off.
Oh, hilarious. He's like, what?
He became a 2016 primary Trump guy, not even I hate Hillary, I'm gonna vote for Trump.
Right.
He was early primary. He lives in Southern California. He's ardently supporting ICE on his Instagram.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking Who does he think is right after Mexicans? Who does he think's on the list?
Yeah, he just does some crazy shit. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of like insane takes. I think that's my biggest concern.
Right.
It's not like he's just like, oh, like he's a conservative and he like voted for Trump. It's like,
Yeah, your fucking brother's a lunatic. But
yes,
even still, I would say, I mean, look, you have two paths here, is the reality. There's no way you and your brother are ever going to be close. I mean, that seems to me pretty obvious, right? Being Middle Eastern, I mean, we have the immigrant thing. There is a level, there is a level of just obligation to family. But
our parents were immigrant. We were first generation Americans.
Yeah.
So anti-immigrant. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking stupid. But I'm just saying, like, I think me and you are kind of coming from a similar place, Eldest as well. Of like, family does mean a little more to us than it does people that have been in America for a few generations for whatever reason. And I will say, for me, I have a great relationship with my brothers, but even that, it's like my brother had a kid, it kind of did snap something into me because of the, like, we're not the kids anymore, we are the adults now, which is kind of nuts. Like, I take care of my parents now. My brother has a kid. Like, it really crystallized something for me that's like, there's no more hiding, there's no more, like, it's somebody else's responsibility. When another generation is in the mix, like, then you really realize, like, okay, what do I want? What do I want? What kind of, like, family do I want to have? Because now we get to decide that. Before, your parents kind of decided and you went along with it. Now you want to decide, like, am I okay, even though my brother's fucking nuts, if he has kids, do I want to be there for his kids? Because that's, I think, an easy way for you to, like, rekindle some kind of relationship. Especially, tradition is so big, like you said, you didn't even meet his fiance until the thing. Like, even if he doesn't fuck with you, even if you guys aren't, like, warm with each other, you're still gonna be at fucking holidays together. You know what I mean? You're still gonna have big. I bet you this motherfucker's gonna have big, elaborate fucking birthday parties for his kid. You know what I mean? Like, this fucking kid's coming out on a fucking camel in a silk robe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you should be there for that. Or you just decide, fuck my brother, I don't want anything to do with him, and you go the American route. Just say, all right, I'm good on my
I'll see this
problematic
kid once
family.
every 4 years or something.
Yeah.
But I
I
think
think that was the thing. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I kind of like defaulted to that. We live in different states. We've lived in different states for probably been 10 years. Like, we just don't see each other.
Right.
If you were to go back and look at the text conversation, it's like, what is the Netflix password? Like, what is
Right.
specific need? Like, what are we buying our mom for Christmas? Like, that's about the extent of our relationship. And I don't know, like, I just definitely, I'm at a crossroads that I haven't had to contend with until now that he is the closest he's ever been to, like, having children.
Yeah, dude, I mean, to me, it's pretty straightforward, where it's like, I think it's just time to bump. You decide, right? You want to keep the status quo. And also, some of this is theoretical, right? He hasn't had kids yet, although it's probably coming pretty soon, it sounds like. And when that happens, it's just like, I think you just bump up the involvement a little bit, not for your brother, but for these kids, if that's something you're interested in.
I think it will just happen too when you, like, introduce a kid in the equation, even if you're, like, a little estranged from your brother. Kids are just the most innocent creatures on the earth. They come into this world faultless.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, think they're good because their dad's a good loser. So it's like, I think it'll naturally happen. And, for all your brother's faults or whatever, I also think, like, you go to, like, politics, or you're talking about, like, the hard misogyny shit, people get super, super into that shit because they need an outlet and they like to argue.
Yeah.
And when they argue that, I'm not like excusing it or whatever, but, like, when people just get into that shit, they just, like, want to argue and don't have, like, anything to blow off steam. So that's why that's an appealing option. But it's like, The shit you're arguing
sorry.
about is so abstract that when you're on the ground level, like, you know, that guy doesn't sound like he'll be a different dad from some super soft soy boy type guy, or liberal, or whatever. It's like all parents want the same thing.
Effectively, how do his fucked up beliefs really affect his children, his family, all this kind of stuff, you know? I mean, this becomes a different conversation if he's, like, abusive, but if he's just...
Yeah, I don't think it'll have to be.
Right, if he's just a good dad who shares Andrew Tate clips while being... like, who gives a fuck, ultimately? For you, you know what I mean? And so I think that's it, man. I think, you know, you probably are an open thinker. It sounds like you're already worried about this stuff. And I just think some of it happens naturally. When there's a cute-ass little baby in the ball, you're gonna naturally want to see them. You're gonna want to be involved.
Yeah,
and
not
I
for me
think
and my family.
you realize, like,
They don't let a nigga climb. Ain't that some shit? And they couldn't even climb out of that. Why do I get stuck? Where the fuck is he? That dude's bogus as hell. That dude ain't even nowhere near. Oh, shit. He's a sniper. Think that nigga cheating? You got 850 what? How many pallets is that? I don't know. Did you finally pay off your phone? I mean, your thing? Roberto's racist. Ask Roberto why you try to treat Mikey like a slave at my baby shower. Ask him that. Why you try to treat Mikey like a slave at the baby shower? Yeah, to bring it up. Exactly. But it was like, hey Mike, can you please open this up for me? I need some air. I looked up like, nigga, because I'm getting up. What the fuck you think I'm a slave or something? I'll be like, I'll give me some water and bring it back and drink it in front of me. Oh, I forgot you said something. Alright. I ain't gonna be over there already. I'm playing the game prepared. I just need to go do Uber. I need to do Uber today. Alright. Well, shit, when we able to smoke, not for work. You ain't ready to smoke yet. You just working. Laybon gonna fucking roll up a backwood. Nah, I kicked him out the car. I don't like smoking backwoods. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? He know I don't like smoking it. Just roll it up. I'm like, cool, smoke it alone. Alright, for sure. Man, I need to get my own weed, man. Bro, these niggas love shooting me out the fucking sky. Fancy car.